Grab your Bible, grab your Bible, grab your Bible. Turn back with me one more time to Luke chapter number 13. And if it's His will, I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best to finish it up today. And He wants to tarry here a little longer. That somebody say, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Luke chapter number 13. Beginning at verse number 6, one more time. Then He told this parable. Man had a fig tree in his vineyard, and he went to look for fruit on it, but did not find any. So he said to the man who took care of the vineyard, for 3 years now I've been coming to look for fruit on this fig tree, and haven't found any. Cut it down. Why should it use up the soil? Verse 8 says, Sir, the man replied, leave it alone for 1 more year. 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 Leave it alone for 1 more year.
Yes, sir.
You haven't gotten it yet. Leave it alone for 1 more year.
Yes, sir.
And I'll dig around it and fertilize it. And if it bears fruit next year, fine. If not, then cut it down. I want you to pay attention to verse number 8. The caretaker of the vineyard, who at this stage now for 3 years has been so diligent and so kind and so faithful to this tree and caring for it, he says, leave it alone for 1 more year. And I'll dig around it and fertilize it. Grab your neighbor by the hand, look him smack in the eye, give him a look over this morning, and tell him, neighbor, it's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
Amen.
Amen.
It's not over yet. Neighbor, it's not over yet. Thought there would be more excitement at that phrase. Just at the thought of the fact that it's not over yet. If the truth be told, December the 31st should have been your last day.
Right. Yes.
If we would just be real and honest in here, your expiration should have been December the 31st.
Yeah.
I know we're not going to be truthful in here because we think that we've been good, that we resemble Christianity, that we resemble the look of a good believer. But the truth of the matter is, if we were to examine your tree carefully, December the 31st should have been your last day. December should have been the last month for you to breathe God's air. December the 30th. December should have been the last month for you to eat any more of His groceries. December should have been the final month for you to reside in the house that He bought, to drive the car that He pays the notes on. Y'all not going to testify here.
Absolutely.
If the truth be told, we are here because of the graciousness, the kindness, and the mercy of a good God. The fact that you and I are still sitting here this morning is indicative of the fact that God has not only been gracious and kind and faithful to you, but when I peruse the premises of this text again, I also see something else. I see that he's been patient with us. Aren't you glad about it?
Yes, absolutely.
That he has not been impatient, but he's been mighty patient. You ought to just thank God right now for his patience. You are beyond this fig tree. Because the fig tree has been given a lifespan of 3 years.
Come on, man.
And by grace, the patience of a good God, he says, I'm extending to the tree 1 more year. But God says you're more valuable even than the fig tree. Because some of you have been here more than 10 years, more than 20 years, more than 30 years. Can I keep going? More than 40 years. I ain't reached your number yet. More than 50 years. I got to keep going because some of y'all have climbed into the 60 class. Even though you say it's the new 50, but it's still 60. Some of you might be even to the tally in the 70 class. But the truth of the matter is you ought to testify God has been patient with me. That he has expected a lot more than I have given him. And when I look at this text, he comes year after year after year expecting figs from this fig tree, and every year the fig tree offers him nothing. Same old thing. Just green leaves. And when I look at this text, I want to suggest this morning that the owner did not come to look at the leaves of the tree. He didn't come to examine just the leaves and the foliage. He did not come to even appreciate the branches of the tree. The text says that when he comes to this tree, he is looking for one thing. Somebody help me to preach it this morning. He comes to look for figs off of this fig tree. The problem is that the fig, year after year, has offered him nothing. Have you ever been there? Have you ever made a promise you didn't fulfill? Have you ever made a promise you didn't keep? Have you ever discovered your purpose and yet have not fulfilled it? Have you ever set yourself a goal and then quit it? Because the truth of the matter is the owner says that I purchased this tree so that this tree can deliver me one thing. Figs. And for year after year after year, he has got nothing. My brothers and sisters, help me to preach this for a minute. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. God is still working on me. That's the commitment of the caretaker. The caretaker comes to the defense of the fig tree. He says, leave it alone, sir. Give it. Give it 1 more year. Now I want you to know something here. That this fig tree is now living on borrowed time. Y'all not going to help me here. I'm trying to get it out so we can go and watch the Pro Bowl. But the truth of the matter is, this tree is now living, Jason, on borrowed time. It's on borrowed time. Here's the reason why. It's because the caretaker has stood up and said, give it 1 more year. 1 more year. The caretaker understands that what needs to happen with the tree is going to take more than just a few days.
That's right. All right.
Because the owner, the caretaker understands that there are some seasons of development in which you, as the owner, is not going to see something. In other words, some fruit is seasonal.
Yeah.
And I want to suggest that the owner does not come looking at the fig tree when the figs are not in season.
Yeah. All right. That's good.
He comes looking at the tree when it is an expectation that something is ought to be there.
Right.
Are y'all in here?
Yeah.
Are y'all tired of this tree? Are y'all sick of this fig tree?
Come on.
Yeah, you ought not be sick of the fig tree because the fig tree is representative of you and me.
Already.
That we've made promises that we didn't keep, commitments we didn't plan to fulfill, set goals that we haven't even started. Yet not understanding that we are living on borrowed time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you recognize that time is the only thing that you and I as human beings cannot buy? Because I would surmise today that if George Bush Sr., as much money as he had, if he could have borrowed just a little more time, I believe that he would have wrote a check for it. I wish I had some help here. But you and I are living on borrowed time, and time moves quickly. Time moves swiftly. Do y'all recognize that January is almost gone? Seems like just a few days ago we had glasses in our hand. I'm sorry, we had firecrackers in our hands. Celebrating the coming of the new year, and now here it is. We are already 1 month past. And we're 30 days in, and some of you said you were going to lose some weight.
It's not over yet.
You haven't even started.
God help us.
Some of you said you were going to save some money this year. And we're already 30 days in.
Wow. That's right.
Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, you are living on borrowed time. Good news is he's still working on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you, Lord. Yes, sir. Thank you.
And because he has made a commitment to work on us, then we
I hear you.
ought to work with him.
That's right.
Can't you hear the words of the caretaker? So, sir, let me do two things. If you do one thing, I'm going to do two. Listen to what he says. He said, give it more time. The owner said, you got 365. The caretaker says, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to dig
My Lord.
and I'm going to fertilize.
Yeah.
Somebody say dig. I discovered digging means work. That he's made a commitment to work on you.
Right.
And I told you last week that sometimes that digging is a painful process. Said it's painful. But it's not designed to hurt you.
That's right.
It's designed to promote you.
Yeah.
That's what he says. He says, I'm going to dig around it. And I can imagine in my sanctified imagination that the tree said, wait a minute, it's painful. You're getting too close to the roots. You're breaking up stuff that I've become comfortable with. Why are you touching this part of the soil? I want you to notice now he never touched the tree. He touched the stuff around the tree.
Yeah.
Isn't that good news? You should have shouted right there. That he did not just mess with you, but he messed with the stuff around you. Because some of us know that we got some friendships that need breaking up. That we got some attitudes that need breaking up. That we got some belief systems that need breaking up. Oh, y'all ain't gonna help me right now. That there's some stuff, we got some traditions and some customs that he needs to put the spade to.
Yeah.
Oh, I used the word y'all weren't quite used to. Spade. Albert probably help me out here. Albert, help me out. That means shovel.
Yeah.
And you use a shovel, check it out, for digging. And I discovered that whenever you're digging, when you have to, when the ground is hard, it requires a little more pressure. Y'all ain't gonna help me right now. That he has to use more pressure. He has to put pressure on the spade in order to get through the difficult soil. I discovered when he's digging, he's not digging to hurt you. He's digging so that he can promote the system that is necessary for your growth and development. Are y'all in here?
Come on, help us.
He says, let me dig around. Let me dig around.
All right.
Notice he did not say, let me dig it up.
Thank you, Lord.
Because to dig it up would be to get in line with what the owner said.
That's so true.
Come on.
He's not trying to uproot you. And you need to know that when he's digging around
Come on,
you,
Pastor.
that he's not removing you.
Yeah.
And he's not removing you. Here it is because you're already in good ground. You're already properly situated. Y'all ain't gonna help me. You know why he hadn't moved you from that job yet?
Speak.
Because you're properly situated.
Amen.
You know why he hadn't gotten you out of that relationship?
Yeah.
Because that's the one you're supposed to be. Here's the reason why. He says, not only am I going to dig around, but he says, also let me fertilize.
Come on.
Y'all know what fertilizer is? Come on, talk back to me. Fertilizer is excrement. Fertilizer is mess. It is the waste product that comes from certain situations. Somebody say, you know what he's talking about now? He says, not only am I going to dig around it, but I'm going to help it grow.
How?
By using excrement, by using mess, by using stuff.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
I messed around and went to the tree garden a couple of days ago. I drove by there because this thing's been messing me. This text has been messing me up. So I drove by there, and the first thing I walked into was the smell of fertilizer. Let me give you another word for it, manure. And the first thing I discovered was its smell. Yes, mess stinks. And y'all ain't gonna talk back to me. But check it out. The smell might be obtrusive, But the smell is not what the gardener is going for.
That's good.
He knows that what the stuff is made out of
Yeah.
is designed to promote,
Yes. Come on now.
designed to produce,
Yeah.
designed to come alongside and aid the rest of the preparation so that growth and productivity can be the result.
Yeah, I like that.
Come on now.
And he says, for the next 365 days,
Yeah.
I'm going to give this tree a mixture of digging and fertilizer. Which means that if you and I represent the tree, then God is going to work on us, but he's also not going to negate not fertilizing us.
That's right.
My God.
Yes.
He's going to put some mess in your homes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You might have a messy husband, messy children, messy wife, could be a messy in-law, as long as they don't become an outlaw.
Yeah.
But if you're going to grow relationally,
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on now.
I'm listening.
you might have to be exposed to some mess.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And if you're going to grow financially,
Come on.
You'll be exposed.
Come
Yeah,
on.
come on.
Come on.
you might have to be a participant of the government shutdown.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't going to say amen.
Yeah. Amen.
It takes mess
Yes.
to promote growth and productivity.
Yes. Yes.
Y'all ain't going to help me with that.
Yes.
Fertilizer stinks. Fertilizer is also unpleasant, but it promotes.
Yes, sir.
Anybody ever been to the farmer's market? I went by there a couple of days ago and just to check out some of the produce that was at the facility. Noticed that there were different people out there with their different wares. Some people had oranges and apples and bananas and all kinds of fruit and vegetables out there. I found myself walking way out there to the end, and there was a gentleman there who had some stuff, and I said, "Sir, your stuff looks mighty good. It looks vibrant. It looks vibrant. I mean, the color was popping. Did you polish this or something?" He said, "No, it's the stuff I use."
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, "What is it that you use?" So he says, "I use a combination of compost."
That's right.
Yeah.
I said, "Compost." I said, "Talk to me, sir. What is this stuff? What is compost?" He says, "Well, compost is I don't use unnatural material."
That's right.
He says, "I just use natural waste products."
Yeah.
He says, "Stuff that other people throw away, I take it and I place it out back, and every day I go out and turn it over." He says, "I just keep turning it every day. I keep turning it every day, and I take out a little and I add it to my garden. I take out a little and I add it to my garden." He says, "I turn it over, I add it to my garden." He says, "I use compost
Yeah, I hear you.
to help my garden grow."
Yeah.
You know what God does?
Come on.
He uses natural stuff.
Yes.
He uses hurt.
Yes.
He uses heartache.
Yes.
He uses disappointment.
Yes.
He uses discouragement.
Yes.
He adds all of these things to your garden
Yes.
so that your soul can grow.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
Are y'all in here?
Yes.
I'm about to wrap this text up. But he's still working on it.
Thank you, Lord.
Yes, he is. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you,
Y'all ain't
Lord.
quite there yet.
Yeah.
I know that these 30 days already of 2019 may have had its share
Yeah.
of disappointment.
Yes. Yes.
But could it be that God is taking that because he's giving you a new lease.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
And instead of cutting you down, he's adding it
Yes.
Yes, sir.
so that you can become.
Yeah.
Could that be?
Yes.
Come on.
You see, the tree in the text had leaves, but that wasn't what he was looking for.
Yeah.
Had branches,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
but that wasn't what the arm was looking for. Not only is he still working on me, but the text suggests that he's still working around me.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
He's working around me because he's using stuff to help promote
Yes.
my well-being.
Yes.
Yep, yep.
You see, he's not just interested in you looking good.
Come on now. Speak now.
Good one.
Speak now.
You see, we're so interested in looking good.
Yes.
In fact, we spend more time looking good than we do being good.
Yeah. Yes. Speak now. Speak now.
And he says, I'm not so much interested in how you look.
Come on now.
I'm more interested in how you act.
Yes. Amen. Yes.
And maybe it might get a little touchy right here. It might get a little touchy. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, it might get a little touchy here. But because the problem is, the church of today is more interested in looking good.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Oh.
And if you carefully inspect it,
Yeah.
ain't nothing on the tree.
Wow. My.
It's green,
Yeah.
but ain't nothing there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's got branches,
Yeah.
but ain't nothing there.
All right. Come on, Pastor.
Sir.
It knows how to wave when the wind breezes,
Yeah. Come on.
but ain't nothing there.
Right. Come on.
Good Lord. Wow.
It knows how to sway to the music of the wind, but ain't nothing there.
Yeah.
My Lord.
And the truth of the matter is, God is not interested in swaying trees and, yeah, y'all ain't gonna help me right now. But he wants, when he examines the trees of our lives, he wants to know, is there love there? Is there goodness there? Is there any joy there? Is there any patience there? Is there any long suffering there? Is there any meekness? He wants to know what's on the tree.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
He said the fruit of the Spirit is love,
Yes.
joy, and peace, and
Yes.
patience, and kindness, and goodness, and faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control.
Yeah. My Lord.
And when he examines the trees of our lives, what will he find? Is there a lack of self-control? You know when you lack self-control? When you can't control it. Well, like this. Look at your lady and say, that was good right there. If you can't control it, you lack it.
Groundbreaking.
Yeah.
What is he finding when he examines your tree?
Wow.
When he looks around, when he holds up the branch,
Yes, sir.
what does he discover? You ought to thank God
Yes, sir.
that he's still working on you.
Thank you, Lord.
Every chance you get, you ought to thank God that he's still working around.
Thank you, God. Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you, Lord.
And here's the totality of why God chooses to do what he does, why he chooses to dig, and why he chooses to fertilize. This right here, he says he's doing all of this so that he can work through you.
Yes. All right. All right.
Yeah, that's in there.
Yes.
He wants to see something.
Yes.
It's right here. He says, look, he said, give it, give it, give it, give it, sir, if you be so kind, give it one more year.
Yes.
He says, give it one more year so it can be better. Give it one more year so it can do better.
Yeah.
Give it one more year.
Yes.
Be patient with it one more time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Extend to it another 365 days.
God.
Grant it another 12 months so that we can work through it. So that when he comes back, y'all do know he's coming back. Oh, come on, holler like you hear. Y'all do know that he's going to come back.
But he coming.
And when he comes back,
Yeah.
he wants to know at the end of the expiration period, is the fruit there?
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Because ain't nothing worse
Come on.
than going to your fruit container and ain't nothing there. Anybody here like fruit? Come on, talk back. You like that?
Yeah.
Like those bananas? Like those peaches? Like those oranges? Say plums? Grapefruit? Strawberries? Grapes? Cantaloupe? Watermelon?
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's nothing worse than having your mouth ready for it
Not there. Wow.
That's
Yeah.
and it ain't there.
Amen. Amen.
Because if you and I have that level of expectation about natural fruit,
Wow.
don't you think God has a level of expectation about you and I producing spiritual fruit? That everywhere we go and the people that we interact with, the souls that we encounter on a day-to-day basis, they ought to get a taste of his work. That's if he has been working in your life. I said, if he's been working in your life. Oh, y'all ain't gonna help me. I said, if he has been working in your life, then when you encounter people, they ought to get a taste of his love. Can I get a witness here? As you move to and fro, they ought to get a taste of his kindness. I said, as you move to and fro, they ought to get a glimpse of his mercy. Because when they look at you, they know that you are not be here. But oh, because of the grace and the mercy and the loving kindness of our God, you still here. So every morning when you get up and read your word, that's him working on you. Whenever you get up and you find yourself in prayer,
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
whether you're driving down the road or
Yeah.
you get to work at 0900 in the morning,
Yeah. Come on, Pastor. Come on. Yeah.
and you find yourself meditating in prayer,
Yes.
that's God working on you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Lord.
And whenever you help somebody who's less fortunate than yourself, and you don't post it on social media, somebody say, that's God working on me. Whenever you lend a helping hand, that's God working on you. Whenever you are serving the master, that's God working on you. Whenever you are washing people's dirty feet, that's God working on you. Somebody ought to holler, thank you, Father, for working on me. Because it's working on you and working around you. sooner or later,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
it's going to come working through you.
Yes.
Isn't that good news? I said, isn't that good news? I said, isn't that good news? Y'all ain't going to help me right now, but I said, isn't that good news? To know that he's not finished yet. That it's not over yet. That because of his kindness, he's given me another chance. Because of his mercy, he's given me another chance. And you ought to bless God every chance that you get for him working on me and working through me. Because if it had not been for the Lord on my side,